Flippin' Fantastic Podcast, episode 41. I'm Alicia the Inkpicker.
And I'm Mo87 Official. Hello, and welcome to the number one podcast for resellers done by women. I don't know. Did I say that last
Number
time?
one audio, according to ADH
Okay,
Dave.
the number one audio or podcast.
We're going to hold on to that.
The best sounding podcast for resellers out there. If you're an audiophile, you can listen to us. Yes. Watch it sound like trash this time. Something will go wrong.
Well, today is Wednesday for us, but it'll be Friday for you guys, of course. Flippin' Fantastic Friday. Mo, have you done anything exciting over the past week?
No.
No.
No, same old. As we're an hour later recording because I had to go to my parents' house. An unexpected visit because I go over there a couple times a week anyway. But
that's okay. It allowed me to get a little bit more painting done because I'm still painting my office. Last week I told you guys I got like this half done. Well, the half over there took a long time. Like, we have all that shelving. I had to take some shelving off the wall. I had to there's just a lot more detail involved with that side of the space. But we're almost done. I told Mo I have 3 doors here to my right, one to the laundry room, one to access the garage or go upstairs, and then a closet. I basically have the trim around those doors and the doors themselves, and I'm done painting my office.
Yay.
It's only taken like 2.5 weeks or something. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll get it done in like a weekend. No. I way overestimated my ability to paint quickly. It's a pain in the butt. Anyways. Last week, I guess something I could talk about last week, I had said last Wednesday that there's a lady around here that compiles a list of all the estate sales and puts them on Facebook every Wednesday. I ended up going last week. The first sale I went to, I pull up, I'm like, oh, there's barely a line. I'm good. Like, oh, cool. Like, I showed up it started at like 8:30. I showed up at like 8:15. I was like, oh, awesome. I walk up and I stand there in line. All of a sudden, more and more people come. And there's this like older lady that was walking behind me. And then like I get in line and all of a sudden she just like cuts in front of like a bunch of us and goes to the front. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, did this lady just cut? And then I realized everyone had a number. They do numbers at the estate sales here.
Oh, yeah.
So the way they did them is actually they were like little kids' flashcards. So I ended up getting number 36. And I ended up being able to go in right away. But there was so many t-shirt bros. So many. I've never seen so many in one spot. Even at the Goodwill bins. Like, there's so many.
And there was a lot of t-shirts there? I mean, did they have good stuff? Or?
I heard a couple of them talking, and I guess there was some good stuff. I don't pay attention, really. I'm just like, whatever. But, let's see. I'm trying to think if I'm missing any details. This particular estate sale had on their advertisement something like, oh, if you're one of the first in line, something about a free Chick-fil-A sandwich, or if you're one of the first to, like, check out, something, if you're one of the first people in line, I guess you get a coupon for a free Chick-fil-A sandwich. So I was confident I was going to get one walking up to the house until I realized like there was 30 other people in their cars. Yeah, there's 30 other people in their cars with their numbers. And I also forgot to grab a bag. So once I got a number, I walked back to my car and get a bag. Went in. The prices were pretty high, but I did manage to find a little dancing skeleton dude for $8 that sells for around 60. Now that I think about it, I should get him listed. Not for eBay, but maybe Facebook Marketplace. Maybe someone local would like him because Halloween is here in this weekend? Or next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Something Tuesday, like that.
Yeah.
I found that. I found a couple of little Coleman, you know those lanterns that they have, but you have to put this little like silk bag around the like lantern light thing that it's like what lights in them. I
Yeah.
forgot what they're called, but it's like a little
Yeah,
stick baggie.
it's
Got
a
a couple
little
of those.
little yeah. I forget what they're called too, but it's like a gas propane lantern.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Got a couple of those for $1, and I found out they sell, I lotted the two of them up for like 14 plus ship.
Mhm.
Found those cool candle holders that I put in the little di- Discord Discord group we're in. It's like
Yeah.
the cast iron with the blue. I found
Mhm.
those, which I thought was really cool.
Mhm.
Um, I think that's pretty much it for that sale. I was a little disappointed. I was a little upset. I'm like, dang, I wasn't first in line, but also they like had a lot of cool vintage toys, but they were all priced up. They had vintage trapper keepers, like a lot of cool stuff, but they knew the
Yeah.
value.
Right, right.
Um, I kept going that day, and the way I figured out how to navigate garage sales here is to just drive and find a sign and follow it because there's just so many and so many places you could find garage sale ads and all that.
Mhm.
So I ended up finding some pretty cool stuff at random garage sales I just found driving on the main roads. Um, that's pretty much it. Went shopping Thursday and Friday. Saturday we went back to our old house to get more stuff. Got quite a bit. We brought the eBay trailer actually full of stuff, and we still have more stuff. But it's mainly like eBay stuff and a couple larger things. And but yeah, I think it was fun. And we opened up the eBay store. I think it was Sunday night. I think that I ended up opening it. So only a few days late. I know on the last podcast I had said, "Oh, I want to open it. I wanted to open it today or something like that."
Right.
Didn't end up happening till Sunday. And I listed like 12 things. The way I did it though was if it wasn't like a great seller, like a super great seller on eBay where I was confident it would sell quickly, I cross
Mhm.
posted it also on Mercari and Facebook Marketplace locally. So I took the pictures on my phone, which I never do. Usually I do it through the eBay app,
Yeah.
and then I cross posted. As a result, I ended up selling two things yesterday on Facebook Marketplace. I sold a stack of new sealed South Park VHS tapes, is like seasons 1 through 6 or something like that, for
Mhm.
25 bucks, and a little engraved little artwork frame like this big. I picked it up at the estates one other estate sale for 4 bucks, and I sold it for 15. So two local sales, which I thought was really cool. Things seem to get traction a lot better here. Like I was like, oh, at those prices, I don't feel like anyone's gonna actually want them, but I'm gonna put them up on Facebook anyways.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I even have someone else interested in a couple other things, but it's hard to get people to coordinate to pick up since Lincoln is so large. Some people are like, oh, where are you located? And I'll tell them, they're like, oh, it's too far because of course
Yeah.
to get across town could be like 45 minutes just to get across town.
Right, right. Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's been good. I didn't list it all yesterday, but I do plan to list more today once the painting is done. That's like my priority, get that out of the way so I don't have to touch a paintbrush again. I can put the ladder away, away all the paint crap I have in here.
Yeah.
And yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to actually getting to clean the rest of the house. There's so much. Like I saw a TikTok yesterday. These people had like a little steam cleaner and they were cleaning the grout in their tiles, and I'm like, I need that for this house.
I need
Because
one
the
for my
kitchen upstairs, it's white
bathroom.
tile with white grout, but
Mhm.
it's not white anymore. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
need this cleaner.
A grout
So
like just loses I mean, it just loses that whiteness after a while.
mhm.
You know, it's a good trick for grout, and like also if like it starts to get like mildew stains, is you get the Clorox gel toilet bowl cleaner.
I've
It's
seen
gel,
that.
sticky, and you put it on the grout and put a paper towel over it so it stays, and that
Hmm.
makes it a lot
Really.
whiter. Yeah, I've
I
done
also
that in
have
my
a
shower.
couple of the they're like brush heads for drill bits, so you can put it like on a drill
Mhm. Yeah.
and sit there and scrub really good with it. I also have
Mhm.
those, but I was thinking of just I got a little scrubber because there was a couple of carpet stains in here, so I actually bought a scrubber
Mhm.
from the dollar store. I think I'm gonna use
Yeah.
that also to scrub down all the tile floors because yeah, they've got a lot of dirt like trapped on the tile.
Mhm.
So I'm getting like my inner clean freak out because like typically it's, I was telling somebody, I forgot who, I was like, typically I wouldn't let my own space get this dirty, but now that it is my space, I'm like so satisfied once I get like things like cleaned and done because like it's just so dirty to the point that I would have never let it get that dirty. But so things like cleaning the floors or like deep cleaning the bathroom. Bathroom has tile too, so we'll have to clean that up. But
Yeah.
anyways, you said you sold something yesterday. Was it
I
yesterday?
sold
What'd you sell?
a vintage cookbook for $13. Yay
Hey,
me.
that's
It
good.
was it was one of those, one of those like those ones that, they get made, the with the spiral.
Mm-hmm.
Some church, it was like a church one, So, hey,
I see those
it
all the
went.
time, but I'm scared to pick them up just because
I
it's like,
I picked him up for a quarter. My my intention was to do. So I keep getting emails from like Steve or Kevin at whatnot. It's like, hey, you applied in the vintage category. What we need people in the vintage category. How can we help? I'm like, you can give me more time. And buy a babysitter for all my aging and sick relatives. No, it's like, but so I like when I went to a bunch of like estate and garage sales this summer, because I had some, and then I was
mm-hmm.
like, I'm gonna buy a whole bunch and I'll put them in a like a that my intention was like whatnot, I was like, oh, this would be like maybe a good whatnot like category or like have a theme or something. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I get them super cheap, like a quarter or less, because like a lot of times I'll go to the estate sales and they'll just count the books and they'll be like, you get a big pile and they're just, a couple bucks. You know what I mean? Like they just round it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually only pay like a quarter. So it wasn't too bad. $13 from a quarter. I'll take it since I'm not selling much. But I haven't listed much. So, it's my fault.
Hey, you're doing better than me. I still haven't sold anything on my eBay store since opening it on Sunday. But to be fair, I did only list like I said, like 12 items.
I did sell something else
Hopefully.
the other day. What was it? I can't remember. Oh, a little vintage tin. That's the other thing I pick up for cheap. And this one was tiny. It was like this little, almost like a little mint tin, but round. And
Mm-hmm.
it was old. I love vintage tins. I buy them. I buy them for super cheap. And they are, they're like quarter, 10 cents, wherever. And I saw a lot of them. I saw a lot of them. As
I've
a matter of
only
fact,
sold
I only think I have a couple left, and I had bought a whole bunch over, the spring and summer.
like just random tins because like I've sold camel
Mhm.
tins, but like are you just talking like just little
Like what
random
tins?
little
What
camel like
tins?
cigarette?
Oh yeah, no, like just like just ones that candy would come in, or just some weird, you know what I mean? Just anything
Mm-hmm.
with just old looking anything. Yeah. Usually they had candy or tea or something in them. Yeah, I always buy them cheap. They're like a bread and butter to like $20 depending on
See,
what
that's
they
something I've
are.
never really. I don't really
And
look
they're
twice at them
easy.
unless they're
Yeah.
camel. Like that's it.
Yeah. Well, that would be good too. Like I've
Mm-hmm.
sold some Hershey ones that aren't like, I mean, they're 1990s vintage. Some, and they were like repops of older looking things, but I've sold those. I sold, I don't know, just random ones that like, cookies and stuff come in. But that have like Christmassy ones a lot they sell.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, you get them for 25 cents, buy them. They're easy to ship. I sell them all the time. And like I said, they're easy to ship. Put a little bubble wrap on them, stick them in a box, they're good to go. And they're usually light, so you don't, I mean, you have to put them in a box.
Mm-hmm.
So depending, it's usually like a pound to ship them. So, but people collect that stuff. So,
There
and
you go,
sometimes
guys.
if they're old and cool, and even if they're rusty and crusty, people like that. People like that old rusty crusty look too. So, but yeah, I sold that. I think I only sold that for like $7 or something. But it was like I said, it was tiny. And I don't think I bought that one. I think it came in like, like I bought a bunch of stuff and it was thrown in there,
Hmm.
and I needed that. I had it's been up for a while. It's like I needed stuff to list, and it was easy to list.
There you go.
But it's keeping my
I
store on life support, so.
there you go. I found my best finds from this weekend. I found at one of those sales where this person just has a bunch of stuff. They don't even look it up. It's kind of like nothing's priced.
Mhm.
And I basically just made a pile. I asked them like, "Oh, can I make a little pile?" And they're like, "You can make a big pile." And I did make a big pile. I ended up giving them like I think it was like 30 or 40 bucks. Found a
Mhm.
book that was actually worth like over $100. I
Oh
don't know what it
wow.
is, but it had like a nice like sleeve cover box on it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then I found like a some type of a kettle. It's like it has pottery, but it also has like copper on it. And also a Dymo, I think it's like a little label printer for $3 and it sells for like 30, I
Nice.
think, if
Nice.
I remember
Mhm.
correctly. But a
Mhm.
bunch of stuff from that sale. I wish I said I was gonna come back because she had a storage unit or a storage container on her property she was emptying,
Mhm.
and like she was only going so fast. And I'm sure there was more good
Right.
stuff in there, but I just after that day I was so tired I didn't go back out because
Mhm.
it's a lot to drive across town again. But that was really fun.
Nice.
Because I find sales like that I feel like pretty often where we used to live, and I feel like here people know the value more. But this lady just seemed to want to get rid of stuff. Her whole
She's just
driveway was just full,
getting she just wants it gone, which is
and
good.
I mm-hmm,
Price it to go. You get rid of it. You
yep.
don't have to deal with it.
One thing I've seen a lot over here is have you heard of those niche bags? It's like niche but with an M.
No.
Okay, apparently they're like this bag. You buy the bag, but like the outside part is like magnetic, so you could change up the look of the bag. At several sales this weekend, I found several like ladies selling their niche bags, like their collections or whatever. But this lady at
Uh-huh.
this sale where I bought a bunch of stuff, she had a bunch. She wanted $100 for like the whole lot, and I looked them up on eBay. It's like, they're kind of iffy. But another seller
Right.
had them too, and I just didn't know about them. I've seen them before, but I didn't know they had like
I've never heard of
interchangeable
them.
outsides,
Yeah,
like you could change up
I'm
the
looking
color.
at them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like
I
I see
never
like some if you can find like the
never
strap,
heard of
like
them.
a purse strap, those sell
Right.
decent. Or like they
Uh-huh.
have little accessories you could throw on there. Um but yeah, I thought that was cool. Um Found some uranium glass last weekend. I went to
Oh,
this
cool.
one store. I've been there before, but this when I lived here the last time, and when my picking wasn't quite like developed yet, I was just like looking for
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
But this place, basically a big warehouse just full of crap. Like,
Mhm.
there's so much like you can buy doorknobs there. They have light bulbs. They have tools. They have like the outside numbers for your house. They have like all that kind of stuff, but also some other
Yeah.
decent glass. I saw they had a really pretty like it looked like uranium glass. I think it was like Franklin glass or something. I didn't test if it was uranium, but it looked like it. And I saw it and I was like, "Oh, is this for sale?" Because they had it like on the counter, but towards like the cashier. So I was like, "Oh, maybe they kept it." Um, no, and they were selling it, and the lady who I guess is the new owner. I was reading the
Mhm.
reviews on this place, and I guess the people don't like the new owner. I guess she's not very nice. Well, I asked her. I'm pretty sure it was her. They're like the lady with the red hair. She kind of had red hair.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, is that for sale?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Actually, I have a couple other pieces like this." She's like, "Let me go grab them." She went to the back, disappeared for like 5 minutes, came back, came out with this really pretty uranium glass like basket piece. It's like the actual glass that has like the cutouts and it's like woven like a basket on the top,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Um, Picked up those. She wanted 10 a piece. I ended up paying up, but I think one I should get like $30, so I'll make my money back. But that
Nice.
store is kind of cool. I can tell
Mhm.
there's another reseller guy in there looking at stuff, but it's easy to spot resellers here. I'll go to Goodwill and I'll find one right away. Just the way you could tell by the way you're looking at stuff if you're a reseller.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
um,
They have their phones out.
yep. or like me, I don't even look at the clothes really. I'm looking at the shelves of stuff.
Yeah, that's me.
And but yeah, it's been fun. I would have sourced more, but need to get the house in shape so we can be ready. I wanted to decorate for Halloween, but now that I'm thinking it's in like 5 days, I don't know. I
Get
don't
a
know about that
pumpkin.
anymore. Just throw some outside.
Just
Be
get
a
a
little festive.
pumpkin. I get a pumpkin I was gonna get a pumpkin. Well, I'm gonna have to get a pumpkin soon. We're just not gonna carve it until because it's gonna be in the 80s Friday and Saturday this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, in the 60s, which I'm glad because this is my last weekend of doing the paranormal tours we do. We're outside, so it'll be
Mhm.
nice. It'll be nice out at night. Um, it hasn't been too bad, but we did have a couple like drizzly nights, so this weekend will be good. But
Ooh.
I look at people who have pumpkins already carved on their porch. I'm like, that thing's gonna be rotten before Tuesday.
Apparently, we're supposed to get snow on Saturday. I'm
Wow.
looking at the weather now.
Yeah, there's a big storm in the northwest, so I guess it's moving
Yeah,
toward
it's
you,
supposed to be
right?
like 60 tomorrow, then on Saturday down to 30s, and then next
Wow.
Friday, like in a week from now, week and some
Hmm.
days, it's supposed to be in the 50s and 60s again. I'm like,
Yeah,
we're in
it'll
that
be in the
weather.
yeah that
Like
weird
this,
weather
yep. This
stage.
last week, I just noticed like I'm leaving the house with a hoodie, and then like I'll
Hmm.
come home with like the hoodie off, and like it's hot, and I'm like,
Right.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
it's that lovely weather time.
Yeah, it's beautiful here today. It's like 71. It's sunny. It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's going to be back in the 50s by next week, but this weekend's going to be pretty warm, which I probably our last hurrah. I'm fine with that, but I like this kind of weather in the fall, where it's not very cold.
It's pretty cold today. I have usually have my windows open. But today is just so cold. Like I was sitting here, my feet would get cold and I'd get up to walk and it would like hurt because it was so cold.
Oh
So I'm
no.
like, okay, better close my
Oh
window. In
no.
other reseller news, congrats to Paul the Philly Flipper. Did you see the news?
No.
He's engaged.
I am out of he is. Did
Yes.
he was seeing somebody?
Yes. I had saw at the rally he was talking to a girl on his phone, and I didn't want to assume,
Hmm.
but it was his girlfriend, and that's who he
Okay.
proposed to, and
So
it's
is
really
his
cute.
girlfriend from Florida? Is this why he moved to Florida?
I don't think so.
Oh,
He said
she's
that she
from.
doesn't live. She lives like I think like an
Does
hour
she?
or so away.
Oh, but she
Um,
lives in Florida.
yeah, she lives in Florida,
Okay.
and he's going to move closer to her. He had
Okay.
announced that like a week or two ago. I'm a little behind on his
Yeah.
videos too, but
Yeah, I'm behind on
um,
everybody's. I
but
know he
now
only
like they're
rent.
gonna get a
I know
house
he
together and
was.
stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know he had only rented because he wasn't sure if he was staying there. I see he had a girlfriend down there. Is that why he moved down there, or did he get the girlfriend in the
I
last
don't think
year?
so. No, I think they just started dating.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, good for him.
but you know, um yeah, cool. Congrats, Paul, if you're listening. I don't think you
Yeah,
are, but
probably not,
that was
but
really cute. I watched his like little propose like his video. He did a vlog. I think he released it today. And he
Oh,
said in the video, like, "Oh, I'm gonna propose today." And I was just like, I started getting a little emotional. Like, "Oh, this is so cute."
oh.
And there's some pictures on his Instagram and
He's
stuff.
a
It
he's a big old sweetheart. I met him that one
yes,
time. He was super nice.
yeah. What
After he
else in the
bought out
reseller?
the entire church sale. No, just kidding. He was like going out with giant boxes and bins that he brought with him.
There you go. Smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mo, we got to start some drama so we can stay relevant. This is the
I
reselling space
I'm
right now. It's just
I know you're not. I'm not a drama starter. I don't know what to do. Like I'm a drama observer. I love to hear the tea, but I don't start drama.
don't come here for your tea, guys. You got to go over to Trash to Cash podcast apparently, because
For
Dave will tell you
real.
all the tea.
Dave's blabbermouth.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know any drama. I'm so like out like I can't keep up with Discord. Like I go on, but somebody was somebody posted on there like what the low level things from the bot,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, I used to be in the top 5. I'm sure I'm not even in the top 10 anymore because I haven't posted. I'll like read, but I haven't had time lately. Everything else is and I'm just my sleep schedule's a mess. I'm tired. I'm dealing with other
I am
people.
also tired. Like
Yeah,
it's
you're
just
tired. You're actually getting
it's
stuff
been
done. No, I'm not.
well, it's been waking up, paint for like 10 hours, but also like at the
Oof.
same time like sit here and like do something.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be
And
painting, but I'm only painting a bathroom after next week, so the beginning of November. Like my husband's got to take out the toilet and the vanity, the old
Mhm.
stuff, and then he's going to put the new floor in. Well, I'll paint, then he'll put the floor in, and then we got
There
to
you go.
put stuff back in. Well, and then I got to paint my bathroom upstairs. I was looking at it today. I was like, oh, it needs to be painted in here. I would like a new bathroom, but that's not happening anytime soon. So paint will help.
Yeah. Paint definitely helped this room from,
Mm-hmm.
poop brown to, actually like okay colors now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's what all my days consisted of. I'll wake up early, paint, and then like I'll push myself until like 10:30 and then usually I go right to bed. Like
Yeah.
I noticed that I like to push myself till I'm like dead tired rather than like, oh, I'm getting a little tired, time to like go settle down, go, lay down for a little bit, start to get
Mm-hmm.
tired. No, I'll go right up until the minute where I'm like, okay, now I need to go sleep. Like I'm tired.
That's kind of how
That's how
I
it's
am,
been
but
lately.
I have to like get myself into the groove, and yeah,
Mhm.
I've been running around, so I just like am getting like little things done here and there, like and I'm trying to organize my death pile so I can get more stuff listed in the next week, but
Mhm.
I don't. I'm barely a hobby seller at this time, at the moment right now, honestly.
Same here, but once
Well,
once the paint's
you've got
done,
a bunch of stuff to like I
I'm
just
just
you already have the listings. I don't have anything. I got to get it done.
I gotta redo all
Actually,
my listings, so I'm not looking forward to relisting like 1,000 items. Well, it might
yeah,
be more like 750 once I like comb through everything and be like, oh, I don't want to
okay,
list this again or whatever.
yeah. I I actually the week over the weekend, so I only sold a couple things, but I did get man, the lowballers were out this weekend. I was like, I'm not selling that for that. I don't care if I don't sell anything else. I'm not selling that, for 1/10 of what I'm asking. And I sell and I will send them like a really reason, like I'll send them like 30% off or, and some things I'll take up to like the 40% off. You know what I mean? But like, you know, $100 item for $10. I mean, I didn't get any of that, but 10%. Get out of here with your low balls. Somebody was bored this weekend, I guess. I don't know. Go out and
Yeah,
enjoy the fall weather
got
before it
one
snows.
offer since listing like opening my store back up, and it was
Yeah.
$10 on a 25 plus ship item that I have
Yeah.
currently. Oh, I wanted to talk about a situation. I almost completely forgot. So, at a return opened
Hmm.
on a Rainbow Rainmate, because I sell those. Like I try to pick them up whenever I see them.
What is it?
A Rainbow Rainmate, it's like a little
Oh, the
air humidifier thingy, little blue with the black top on it. Usually,
is it the same maker as those vacuums, Rainbow?
I think so,
Okay.
but it's a
I've
little
never
air
seen what you're talking
purifier
about.
thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, I like to pick those up, but
Mhm.
this one apparently I got an open return, and it was like the day before I changed the address on my eBay. I just hadn't
Mhm.
had my computer set up yet,
Right.
and so it sent it to my old PO box. I was like, oh, okay, I don't have to worry because I set up mail forwarding, so it should
Okay.
go from my old
Right.
PO box to my new PO box. Well, I
Mhm.
checked the tracking today, and it says actually let me open it up. I have it right here. Said like no address left. It said like moved oh, it moved, left no address. I'm like, what the heck? That was yesterday. I'm like, what the heck? I
Yeah, you just
just,
forwarded. Right.
yeah. So, like, all right, well, I call the post office this morning at
Mm-hmm.
the old P.O. box. I'm like, hey, I set up mail forwarding. I had a package come through. Now it says it's getting returned to sender because
Mm-hmm.
I apparently left no address. And they look and they're like, oh yeah, we found your one for your house, but not for your P.O. box. I'm like, well, the P.O. box might be under business because it is for my business. And they
Mm-hmm.
look and like, oh yeah, for some reason it was deleted. I'm like, well, I didn't, that was out of my control. They're
Right.
just like, oh, basically you have to try to do a package intercept. It's getting returned to the original sender. So I go try to do a package intercept. Tries to
Mm-hmm.
charge me $17, but then after I put in my tracking number, it says that my package isn't eligible for a package intercept. So basically, it's getting returned to sender and I can't do anything about it. And it wasn't my fault because I set up forwarding, but apparently it got deleted. I don't know. So that was pretty stressful. So now it's on the way back, and I don't know what's going to happen after that. eBay
So
says
you've
I
had to
should
pay
just send
for.
them another
Yeah. Do you
shipping
have to pay
twice.
for twice? Do
Well,
you do you
yeah.
pay for return shipping or do they pay for return shipping?
Well, that's the thing with some of these items. It'll, have me approve of a label
Mm-hmm.
for it to be sent back. This one didn't do that.
Yeah.
I think it's only with like item not as described
Yeah.
cases
See, I
where it
have I
does
have
that.
free returns, so I just pay for it if I and
Mm-hmm.
knock on wood. I really don't have that many returns. I mean, I don't sell that much.
Well,
But but I
yeah, I
don't
have
have
buyer
yeah.
pays
I was just wondering.
returns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna wait till it gets back to them. I did talk to eBay, and they did say like maybe the original sender will refuse the package, which means they'll send it back to me again, and hopefully once
Mm-hmm.
it hits the post office,
Yeah.
they can see that I have a forwarding thing. So
Right.
I guess I'll see what happens with that. But
Right.
apparently this Rainbow Rainmate has a short in it and it's not working, which is why we
Um
returned it. But I turned it on, left it on, it was fine. So I don't know. Either way, I could still part it out because it comes with
right.
like the top part with all the mechanical stuff in it, and then the
Mm-hmm.
bottom with the water holder part. And you can
Yeah.
sell just the water holder part because I found one of those at the bins before and sold it. You can sell just the water reservoir thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll update you guys on that. Maybe I'll know a little bit more here in a week when we record again. But that was stressful. I even woke
Yeah.
up
That's
early to call the post office. Like I got up right at 8 o'clock, called them,
I'd have
and
been
they're like,
like,
"Oh,
did they already like print the label and everything? Because I'd have been
they said
messaging
like
them and say, can you wait like one day? Because I'm moving and I'm going to put a new dress in.
I almost messaged them to tell them, hey, can you put this address instead? But I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's just gonna get forwarded because I assumed everything was
Yeah.
fine, but
Yeah.
apparently it's not
Yeah. I
fine.
guess. Mm-mm.
So, whatever. I may just
Stupid PO. Po.
Yeah, I was pretty upset. I'm like, you guys give me a
Poo-po.
solution, but then that solution doesn't work. So basically, I'm screwed until it gets back to the original sender. So, um, yeah, that was fun to deal with. I'm trying to think of what else. But yeah, just been working away. Excited
Yeah.
excited for the point when I get to the point that I can actually just sit down and do nothing and like chill on my new couch upstairs that my friend gave me and like look
Yeah.
out the
Yeah.
window and like or
Uh
read a book. Just right
huh.
now, it's go 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 for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Hmm.
Oh, today is my father's birthday. Inked Dad, it's his birthday.
Happy
He
birthday,
turned
Ink Dad.
he
He's
turned
young. You're
50. The big
oh,
50.
your baby. He's not quite 3 years younger than me.
So maybe I gotta go visit. Actually, we're going back to town this weekend, so maybe we could go see him for a little
Yeah.
bit.
Hope
We
he
were
has a nice
hoping.
5-0. I had a crappy one. It was COVID and everything was shut down. I didn't even get taken out to
Oh,
dinner.
you
I
didn't
got
do
a cake.
anything.
My mom made me a cake and brought me cake.
There you
That
go.
was about it.
Yeah, my husband's already bugging me. He's like, "What do you want to do for your birthday? What do you want to do for your birthday?" Because my birthday's here in like a month, and
Yeah.
and I'll be 25, so I'm half my dad's
Oh,
age.
another baby. I
um,
I'm not half my. What am I? Well, I'm 30 years younger than my dad. My dad was 30.
wow, and trying to think. But yeah, I'm like, my husband's like bugging me about my birthday. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I could use a new phone. I'm like, I did just get this phone. I got the,
Mm-hmm.
here, I'll show you. Got the iPhone 13 mini, so it's
Yeah.
small because I like to drop
Tiny,
my
tiny,
phone.
tiny, tiny, tiny.
And I was like, in my head at the time, I was like, oh, that's a good idea. And then I realized that I was like, oh, because I had the iPhone XR before, which was a little bit
Mm-hmm.
bigger, but
Mm-hmm.
it was older. And I was like, oh, it'll have better battery because it's a newer phone, blah, blah, blah. Turns out it had like either the same or worse battery than my previous phone.
Mm-hmm.
Less space, less storage space, and like a bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. And so I've been dealing with it. I think I've had this phone now for a year and a half. So I told my husband, like, an upgrade would be nice, especially since I'm doing content creation now, something with more
Right.
space
Yeah.
because I ran
Mm-hmm.
out of space so quick on this phone where I have to
Yeah.
like get get all the crap off my iCloud onto my computer, delete it all so I
Mm-hmm.
have more space for more content.
Yeah.
Um, so he's gonna do that for me, I think. I think we're both gonna get new phones, which is cool.
That's cool.
But
Cool.
it's a bigger one, so I'm gonna have to get used to that. I just like how small it was. It like fits in pockets easily. It's just
Can tell you're young. I like it bigger. And even big, I still have to do this sometimes.
yeah, that's what I notice. Sometimes I have my phone really close to my face. My husband's like, "Do you think the smaller screen is was a better choice?"
Yeah. It's not even age with me. Like my eyes are just bad since I was young. So even when I was your age, it's just but now I have the reading glasses problem. So
Mhm.
stuff does have to be either my glasses off and close or farther away. So,
Um, but yeah, so I just told my husband, I'm like, I just want to go out for sushi and call it good,
hmm.
probably. Like, I don't want do anything big. At least there's a
Yeah, I
decent
don't do
selection of
anything.
sushi restaurants here.
Yeah, I like to go out to eat on my birthday. That's about
Yeah,
it.
that's good. That's good. I know I'm getting older when I like don't want to do a bunch of like extravagant things for my birthday. Like when I was younger, it was like
Yeah.
have a party and blah blah blah. And
I never
no,
did that, but I would go out drinking. My birthday is right after Christmas, like right
Mhm.
after New Year's. And a lot of times, so when I was teaching, my birthday, every 6 or 7 years fell on the day you would come back from winter break now. They call it winter break now, not Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah, so my big celebration would be I would take that day off. Like I'm not
actually,
my birthday.
my birthday is actually on Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, my
Yes.
husband's birth. That's my husband's birthday. Is he's sometimes a Thanksgiving birthday
Yep.
boy.
Mine was on Thanksgiving. I feel like just recently, within the past like 5 years, I feel like it
Yeah,
was.
I think
I
with
don't
like
know.
sometimes with like leap year, and then the way Thanksgiving is. My husband's is the 22nd, so it's the earliest Thanksgiving ever is, and then his brother's is the 28th, and that's the latest Thanksgiving ever is.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, so my husband gets my birthday off from work, so he gets to be home with me. Um, but I don't think I'm gonna
Oh,
do
okay.
any
Your
Thanksgiving
birthday's the
cooking
day
on my
after my
birthday.
husband's. You are
Yeah.
another November baby. I got a lot of November babies in my
Yes.
family. My two youngest sisters, well, they're twins, their birthday's November. I got my grandmother's birthday was November. My son's birthday was November. My husband's birthday is November. I got a bunch of cousins and some aunts and uncles' birthdays in November. I was like, you know what everybody else was doing on Valentine's Day.
And it's also funny.
Cold winter months.
There was this girl that I went to school with. We
Mm-hmm.
were actually my mom and her mom were both like in the same like room at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my mom went into labor first, then her mom did, but she was born first.
Oh, that's
But
funny.
we called each other our twin because we were both born on
Yeah.
the same day.
You know, the same
Like,
day. I had my
yep.
best friend from school when I was a kid. Her birthday was the day after mine, and we figured our moms were probably. I mean, they were in the same hospital. Her mom the day after, but her mom was
Uh-huh.
always like, her mom got in with like had a very young, like a teen pregnancy in her room with her, and who was like crying the whole time. She's like, I wish your
Oh.
mom had been my roommate. That this was back, there was in private rooms back, 50 some years ago.
Oh, I
But
would hate that. Like,
awful.
I
Awful.
like I said, I don't ever plan to have kids. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to, and like
Mhm.
I could imagine like going through that and being in a room with a
Yeah.
stranger at the
Yeah.
same
I mean,
time. Like,
I don't think like most big hospitals, they don't do that anymore because like when I had there was another bed, and that's where the husband or whoever stays with you, you know what I mean? They
hmm
slept in there. But or they have like a recliner chair for them or something. Yeah, they don't really do that anymore. But I could imagine there's some probably smaller places where you have to
that you
share a
have to do
room. Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
Screw that. No, thank you.
Yeah, my friend whose mom said this. So she was older. This my friend was like her, I'm 40 oops baby, and
hmm
she had five older brothers and sisters. So this was her last. I was my mom's first, and so she was older. She had been through this. This is our sixth baby, and she's got like teen mom next to her crying the whole time. She's like,
Oh.
oh, I'm saying that. Oh man, I wish they had put your mother in the room with me.
Man.
But
Well,
yeah,
I'm
it's
getting
Scorpio
caught up.
season. All you Scorpios out there.
Yep, for a little bit longer. I think right before my birthday is when it changes
Oh, are
to
you? Are you're on
Sagittarius.
the
I'm
cusp? You're
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Okay,
Yep.
because I think my husband might be too because
And my
it's
sister was
was it
too,
like
but she's born
2021st?
in December, so
Uh
hers
huh.
was like
Yeah.
at the end of that.
Yeah. So once it changed like 21st, 22nd, it changes
I think
there.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Changes over. Um, been getting caught up on content. I released a like
I
35-minute video
I saw. I
and
am not caught up on watching anything. Like I saw yours come. I was going. So I was. My plan this morning. I was sitting around, and you were like, "Same time today." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put a face mask on. I'm gonna watch some YouTube and get ready, and then go downstairs and do some stuff. Ring, ring, come over." I'm like, ugh. So I didn't watch it because I saw that you had it out there, but
yeah,
I had
so
to
what my
watch it.
plan was, I had started editing it in my old office. And that day, specific day, the person was going to come pick up my desk because I was trying to sell my desk. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I'll just edit it. I'm going to split it in half so I have two videos to put out while I'm on time away from moving. Um, that didn't happen. So basically, I didn't post anything for like 2 weeks, which I could have had, two videos, but that day was so hectic. I just had to rip my computer off my desk and get the desk out of my office.
Right.
And
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, well, shoot, now I'm like a month behind on content. Like, the video I just released was right before we left for Cincinnati. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it all together and release a super long video. Call it
Yeah.
good. And so yeah, now I just finished editing the Cincinnati video, which there's so many good moments in this video. I catch myself smiling. Like, there's just so much
That's
like
awesome. I
good
can't
stuff.
wait.
So that'll get posted soon. I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
of going a little more frequent until we can get caught up to current day. So that way I can kind of like make the videos as I go. Especially with Ben's content coming up. Because once everything settles down, I'm definitely going to the Omaha Ben's.
Okay. Cool. Can you? Do they let you film there?
I don't know. Times I've gone, I've never seen anyone film. So I just figured I'd
Yeah.
go with the GoPro on and I don't think
Mm-hmm.
they would care, really.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering. I haven't been
It's
to
not
the
like
one around
the
here with
Vegas
the camera
bins where
on,
they have
so
signs,
yeah.
you know.
Which is, it is silly to me. I don't know. Who cares? Like, well, I know like some people go and they say just don't film other people, and they keep their camera down and don't show
Mm-hmm.
faces.
Yeah.
I don't
Which,
know.
I mean, that makes sense. So it's like what Dumpster Diva does, but she
Yeah.
holds her phone the whole time. I'm like, when I'm at the
No,
bins, I'm using both hands and like.
I don't know how she does that. Like even like I have lots of unseen footage of me just like shopping or going to garage sale, and I'll like held a phone and did it. It's
Mhm.
so hard because then I'm like, oh, let me look at this, and then I'm like, I forget my phone's on, and I look at the footage, and it's just, there would be a lot of editing of that. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how she does. Sometimes her husband's with her, and he films some stuff too. But she keeps her phone down so she doesn't show faces. But yeah, I don't know. It's you know why it is. I think weren't there a lot of t-shirt bros at the Vegas bins? Didn't you say?
Yes, there
They yell at
was.
Carrie and stuff. So they're probably the ones that don't let it go. There are people that sell from the bins. Who is that? There's a I don't follow them, but I know I've seen them.
Flip the
Weren't they
World
on? Is that
Texas.
it? They flip. I mean, they
I know
sell
he
from the
does.
bins. Yeah. And
Yeah,
there
he
was
sells stuff from
somebody
the
that
bin.
I think Amy Beach by was it Amy Beach by Repeat or maybe Joy or somebody they were selling from the bins on their Instagram. I don't think I have like that's like too much pressure for me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's too much pressure. Like it's already bad enough like to keep track of who was saying what in a live and who's oh that's too much pressure. I mean I'd need a whole like I'd have to have a crew with me. It's crazy. I mean I guess they do, I guess they have help, but
Yeah, it's a lot of things to do when the bins are already super busy. Like,
right.
um, anyways, comments from last week's video.
Can I say something about our stuff? I remember when I was uploading last week, I'm pretty sure it said 135 subscribers, and now we have 145. We got 10 subscribers.
Hey.
Woo-hoo! I think. I'm pretty sure it said 135. Maybe it said 145.
I
Whatever.
actually there might be a way to check like a graph of how our
Probably is.
subscribers are doing.
I'm not yeah, I was just looking at what it was on my like from my account, but not I'd have to switch.
Anyways, Andy So Meta, he just put a heart. I think he did that on my most recent video. He just puts a heart.
Yeah.
So maybe that just means he acknowledges it.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
Appreciate it.
Lad, I think he's from the Discord. 40 episodes, and I'm about to turn 40 as well.
I saw that. Happy birthday, Lad. I don't know who Lad is. Is he in the Discord?
I'm pretty
Is he
sure
relatively
he is.
new to
There
the
is a
Discord?
Lad in the Discord, but I'm not sure if it's the same. I'm pretty sure it is, though.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, and thank you for watching.
Yes.
And commenting.
And Amy, your hair looks great, Mo.
Thank you. I tried, so I went and I bought some of that root spray stuff.
Yeah.
And I did it, but it doesn't stick. It doesn't stick.
Mm.
My gray hairs fight it.
You have to get like a stronger one I was just thinking about that actually. I think I was listening to the podcast earlier today. Like I throw it on and I catch myself listening like I just wasn't in it recording it with you. Like I'm just like listening to it. So I'll listen sometimes. I think I got to that part. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I know in hair school they taught us like there's a certain mixture you can make that tackles gray hairs, but sometimes gray hair just doesn't.
Yeah, this is a box because I don't have skill sets for anything else. I mean, I can ask my aunt for like I've gotten stuff from her before, but like she's a mess. But anyway, yeah, this is a box. And I left it on extra long because you have to leave everything extra long on my hair. So even without the gray, like my hair doesn't take color well. It never took like a perm like well.
Mm-hmm.
I said this before. It just my hair is straight, and that's the way it likes to stay. And it likes to stay whatever color it's naturally is at the moment I don't like. So yeah. And I left it on extra long. They tell you to leave it on like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or something like that. No longer than 30. I'm like, yeah, right. Nothing's going to stick in 30 minutes. Get a grip. Thank you, Amy.
Yes, thank you, Amy. And last comment, my friend Shekel, he put festival, LOL. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Did I say festival?
I was talking about
Festival.
you were going to your festival, but I was saying like the last thing I went to like that was called a festival. It was like a radio station thing.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
it was that was their little funny catch. It was a festival. Because they would go up there and they would wear fezzes and it was stupid, but it was a good show.
I just realized I didn't heart all the old comments, so I'm going through and doing that because it looks like I didn't do that. Oops. Sorry, guys. You guys are about to get random notifications that we hearted your comments because apparently last 2 episodes I didn't do that. There we go.
I never
Okay,
do
there
it.
we go. All the comments are hearted.
Thank you.
What else is... I can't really think of anything else that's really going on. Excuse me. I plan to go to more sales tomorrow if there's estate sales. I did see a couple posts. I got on a couple mailing lists for ones here. I did see a really pretty swung vase at one, but it looks like it's gonna be an expensive one. It's like
Probably.
pink, but it kind of looks like carnival glassy.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. We'll check them out. I'd like to wear a GoPro, kind of like ABC Matt does for his estate sales. I feel comfortable wearing them in someone's house, and I don't know. But I will definitely try wearing a GoPro to the bins. I'm trying to think of next time I'll be wearing GoPros. I guess I could wear them at garage sales around here, but things are just such a blur every day that I... Honestly, my GoPro is packed somewhere. It's in a box in the garage somewhere, and I need to go
find it.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, I did set up some of my stuff here in my office.
Yeah, I know. I see your Barbies. That's awesome.
Taco really likes this pumpkin rug that I have. But there's still more decor type stuff I need to figure out where it's at. So, excuse me. It's 3:00 in the afternoon, and I am...
You're making me yawn. I'm
getting exhausted.
Yeah, I gotta get my crap together. But after this weekend, I don't have anything to do on the weekends anymore. I mean, I will have stuff to do, but you know what I mean. Maybe I'll get some sleep.
I'm trying to see here. I'm trying to look on.
I don't see any estate sales around here.
If there's any like reseller news, but I don't really see much. I don't know what else to really talk about. Trying to look around.
Anything.
New carpet. I want to buy new carpet for my office eventually. Thinking next summer or fall, maybe spring, depends how money comes in, but I would like to replace all this carpet because it is really gross. I shampooed in here twice and like my feet still get dirty walking on the carpet.
Wow. That's really bad.
Yeah.
So it's like you clean your stuff and you think, wow, that's dirty, but I've never walked through my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's really bad. Like what were they doing?
I think they just never vacuumed. I think that's what so I think I need to vacuum again. And shampoo again. So for a third time, I even came in here and shampooed, like there's 2 larger stain spots on the floor, and I even shampooed those. And it's like the carpet's weird. Like when I go with the shampooer over it, the spot would disappear, and then
Yeah.
after the carpet dried, it'd come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's weird.
Yeah.
And this carpet's so light that I'm like scared to like, excuse me, drop anything on it, like
Mm-hmm.
spill anything.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see what else. Kevin just announced he's doing a whatnot tonight. Although when you guys see this, it'll be
Oh, okay. Oh,
past that.
yeah. It'll be over.
You have to
That
buy
I
a
want.
a $2 plush for $20.
I absolutely want to get my butt in gear for whatnot after this month. I still think like, and maybe we won't get it done before Christmas, but if we do, I still think we should do like you were saying, like a chain or a train, whatever, whatnot of us. That would be cool. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm totally down to do that. It's like I just
yeah.
it'd be cool to do
And
like a
apparently they want people in the vintage category because I literally have gotten like 3 or 4 emails from some whatnot dude. It's like, what can we do to help you? I'm like, I can do it. I just need
pay me
time.
more.
Yeah, exactly. I just need
What
some
else?
time. So, but I
Anyways,
do want to get
well,
on
I
it.
guess yes. I guess if we don't have anything
But
else, we
otherwise,
can.
I'm done.
All right, y'all. Well, it's gonna be just short of an hour, but I think you guys will live.
That's all right.
All right, guys. We will see you next Friday, or
Have
yeah,
a
next Friday.
yeah, next Friday. Have a happy Halloween.
Yes.
Ooh, spooky. Gotta do some fun Halloweeny things this weekend. If
All right,
there's
y'all.
anything to do. Bye.
Bye.